speaking of you not getting fined, but just what are your thoughts on what's been happening with Cheryl Reeves and Becky suspended and overall thoughts on officiating?
I mean, from what I heard, she did not tell a lie. She said the truth. As far as that play is concerned, there's a lot of people talking, was it a foul, was it not a foul? So let me just give you an analogy. In the NFL, if you are a wide receiver and you're going for a ball, and the ball is going this direction, you're going this direction, and then the defender's coming. You don't get to run through that wide receiver in order to get to the ball, even though the ball's loose. And so even though all these people coming out saying it's foul, it's not foul, whatever, I thought it was foul. And not because she tipped the ball out clean, great. But if that ball was just sitting there and if I was between, I don't get to run through that player to get to the ball. Now this happens to be an MVP caliber player. And I don't think, AT wasn't trying to hurt her or anything, but when you say it's incidental, okay, maybe, but it certainly wasn't marginal. That was not marginal contact. So I agree with Cheryl that I wish it was a foul. And I was in the NBA doing all the official works because Pop didn't want to do it. So I've been in those conversations. And by the way, every foul is probably incidental. Didn't mean to hit him. So that's such crap. But everybody has a different opinion on that play, honestly. And even people who, I don't have a dog in the race there, but I do think you're not allowed to run through a player. Even if it was incidental, it was not marginal.
There's been a lot of talk about structurally what can be done to fix some of these complaints around officiating, whether it's a last 2-minute report, offsite replay review. Is there anything in particular that you think should be done here to improve the quality of officiating?
I think Cheryl's and a lot of coaches' frustration comes from the overall buildup. I'm sure it wasn't just that one play. And I'm sure she kind of snapped because she saw feet down, which I would go off too if I saw my best player go down like that. And nobody wants to see people getting hurt. Nobody. And if you're have any ounce of celebrating somebody else getting hurt, you need to check your humanity before your competitiveness. Nobody wants anybody to get hurt. And so when the players are in vulnerable positions, such as jumping or running, full speed, I think you have to protect them. You have to protect your product. And I heard some lady talking on a podcast talk about if that was LeBron James or that was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or somebody like that, they would protect some of those players. And I think you do have to protect players in vulnerable positions.
Cassandra. Certainly feels like the buildup is not just this season alone, but previous seasons over the
For sure.
that you had.
No doubt.
Can you explain more about that then in terms of when you first came into the league to now, how you felt about officiating, if it's changed or ramped up?
We can sit here and talk about this all day and I'll tiptoe around trying to not get fined. I think something has to change. I'll leave it at that. I'm not sitting here. I have not sat around thinking about it for the last 24 hours. I've been thinking about how we're going to beat Indiana again for the last 24 hours, but those are just some thoughts off the top of my head.
Standing up on the left.
Coach, if we focus on the game, you are 1 win away to return to the WNBA finals for the third time in 4 seasons. How does that sound, knowing the tough start of the season that you had?
Sounds fantastic to me. However, it doesn't. You got to go out there and make it happen. It's a dangerous team. This is a team that we were losing to in the third quarter last game. So you have to have the appropriate respect. You can't skip steps, and you can't take a minute off. It's a 40-minute game. We need to be present and win every minute of it. It's a dangerous team. I got a lot of respect for Kelsey Mitchell and their coaching staff and stuff what they've done here. So we're just about business.
Becky, what
what has Jackie Young done to continue to be so effective in a variety of roles with this team, be it as a scorer or as a playmaker, as a defender? She just continues to produce.
What hasn't she done is probably a better question, easier question to solve. She's done everything for us. Most nights she is, assigned the toughest cover on the other team. And then I'm expecting her, put up 20 points, 5+ assists, get a couple steals, being on the rebounding. It's literally every aspect of the game. I think people are now just seeing her handle the ball a lot more. She's really been capable more than she did probably get as many touches as in years past. But this year, even down the stretch, we're putting the ball in her hands. Go make a play, go make a read, do what you do, be you. But I think she's the best two-way player in the league. Her and probably Alicia Gray. Could throw Kai in there. But I think what she does on both ends for us, and I'll say her, I think she's, let's throw in her passing there too. I mean, she's had nights of a couple triple doubles. I mean, nobody really talks about that, but she's had some triple doubles. She's been an absolute stud for us, and she's, a great person. So she's easy to coach. Just wants to get it right. She's very much perfectionist, very hard on herself. I need her to be less hard on herself, actually. But she's been awesome for us.
We'll go Alexa and then Zoom.
On that note, you guys really contained Kelsey Mitchell since that first game. Appreciating honestly whatever she won. What do you like about the way that you all been able to adjust in defending her and make things really difficult for her?
Well, it's a team effort with her. I thought we did just a better job of creating better crowds for her. We threw multiple bodies at her. But one of the luxuries is this team is like, okay, you start with Jackie Young on you, and then, oh yeah, you get a switch, and now you have Asia Wilson on. That's not fun for an offensive player, or Jewel Lloyd. Those are big, physical, fast defenders, and I think one of the things that makes Kelsey elite is one, her attacking nature. She's always in attack mode. I love that about her game. But it's flat out her speed a lot of times, and her brakes. She got a set of Ferrari brakes. But we have big enough and fast enough defenders to make it disruptive. Now, no one's going to put her totally on lockdown. Let's just be clear. But you just want to make her looks as difficult as possible. And fortunately for us, Asia, a lot of times she's turning that corner. Asia's right with her at the rim, and it's really tough to go around both Jackie and Asia. And Liz might be wandering over there too. I don't know.
We'll go Nikias on Zoom. Nikias.
Hi, Coach. It feels like in both the W and
Guys,
the NBA.
they got your headshot up there.
Yeah,
Just in case, you're very present.
I'm outside of church right now, so I got to do what I got to do. But it feels like in both the W and the NBA, like screening is one of the more difficult things to officiate. Just in your time in Vegas, have you felt the need to kind of shift how you're teaching or drilling that?
Look, I preach no fouling. I don't like fouling. I teach early work. In 22 and 23, we're probably top 2 at least in not fouling. 24 and 25, we haven't been as high. Maybe fourth this year. I don't know exactly what we were last year, but defensively and offensively, doing early work, doing just good fundamentals, set your man up, stand still, be stationary. But for me, more than the screening, it's being grabbed and held before. I would encourage anybody to challenge you to count the amount of bear hugs that happen on the court today. Where it's just 2 hands, you grab. And in that freedom of movement, you're not even allowed to even go set the screen a lot of times. So we teach screening constantly. Screening is more about angles, obviously, timing. but yeah, I feel like when we're a good screening team, we're a very good team to beat offensively. But like in the fourth quarter, I thought we screened well in the middle of the court. Got, Jackie downhill, got Dana downhill, and good things happened for us. But we preach screening every day, guys.
Got you. Thank you.
Yep.
Any more in the room before we wrap up?
Becky, I know with Megan, a challenging season with the injury early on, that first round series against Seattle, only a few minutes total for her. What have you liked what she's brought into the matchup in the series?
It's interesting. I don't know, sometimes you just have a gut feeling on who would work best. She hadn't played very much at all in Seattle, and going into this series, I just felt like she would a better fit for kind of what I was looking for. She's tough and someone who could spread the floor. So yeah, I've been rolling with her, but I gotta tell you, one of the best things about this group is our bench, and the mental health. We don't have a toxic bench person, not one. And I think all those bench people just staying ready, being professionals. It's not easy to sit over there and get DMPs, and come with a great attitude and be authentically happy for your teammates all the time. And we got a really high group of character people on our bench, and Meg is one of them. And she's the ultimate pro. She's always staying ready. Even when she wasn't playing, she was still lifting. She was on the bike. And I know I could throw her in there at any time, and she's going to be solid for me. But it was really just more of a feel thing. I don't know why it was more of a gut feeling for me, coming into this series with Meg.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.